I'll show you our two favorites. Congratulations.
There you have it, folks. From our second split, we have 2620 AWB Twinview Fort Sedgwick 11N from Twinview Livestock. Parkbeg is our champion senior calf. Our reserve senior champion calf is 2622 DVE Davidson Gent 30N from Davidson Gelvy of Pontiac, Saskatchewan. Congratulations. Again, they're receiving a slate from Oberg Auction Service. Thank you, Don. And Diamond Z Livestock sponsoring our reserve champion banner.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have two more awards to acknowledge here in the Simmental side of the GMC show arena. Of course, our exhibitors are very busy in the back, probably getting their cattle ready to go to the tie-out. So we have with us, representing the Farm Credit Corporation, John Pasarick. Again, he's a relationship manager. Our Premier Breeder Award, and that will be receiving the banner, goes to Black Gold, and our Premier Exhibitor to Horner Cattle Company. Again, congratulations, and a big thank you to our folks from Farm Credit Corporation. I do appreciate you.
On our Gelvy side, coming in the ring, we have Class 48. This will be our yearling bulls. Our younger yearling bulls, I guess. Yeah, we have two splits. So these are born March 1 to December 31st, 2024. We have 2627 TIP Mr. Marvel 310M, exhibited by Thackeray Land and Cattle Incorporated of Weyburn, Saskatchewan. And we have 2626 RWG Canadian Money M330 ET, exhibited by Royal Western Gelvy of Red Deer County, Alberta. On the Gelvy side, I'd also like to congratulate and thank our ring people again, Sherry Leachman and Lacey Cadu. They've been doing great work out there today. Thank you.
Well, two really good bulls in this group. You know that there is some differences in them, but there's a lot of similarities too. This red bull that starts, man, he's smooth-bodied. He's coming in here a little leaner and greener than probably the black bull stands behind him, but he is so sound. He's got a really, really good foot on him. Bull that's evidently probably been breeding cows, and he looks like he has. Just he moves around here with such ease. You get behind him, and he's stout enough. There's enough bull. With the black bull in second, we love him. I absolutely love the calf. He's just not running those hind legs today like we would wish he was, but man, that calf is so soft and deep-bodied and smooth with it all. A lot of power in both of them. Look forward to seeing you back.
Thank you, Judge. Winning this split of our yearling bulls is 2627 TIP Mr. Marvel 310M from Thackeray Land and Cattle of Weyburn, Saskatchewan. Rounding out is 2626 RWG Canadian Money M330ET from Royal Western Gelvy of Red Deer County, Alberta. In our next split, we'll have a single entry. We have 2628 BBG Maximus 36M, exhibited by Braylon Blake Gelvy of Glentworth, Saskatchewan, coming into the ring.
Well, again, another bull that's just nothing wrong with him. He's really sound. Again, a really nice footed bull. What can you say? There's a lot of bull there. That shoulder lays in nice and tight. He's got some depth of flank. I think he's just another really good individual.
Thanks, Judge. Winning the class was BBG Maximus 36M, entry 2628 from Braylon Blake Gelvy. We'll bring back our first and seconds from the previous split, and they will be our champion, and we'll be looking for our champion and reserve champion yearling bull, of which we have a banner from Goodview Gelvy for champion and Hurlburt Livestock Limited as reserve champion.
Well, over here at the Gelby ring, we've got a really nice division here. We've got certainly some real pounds and performance in this ring. Cattle that have got some true muscle and top, and that's really what the Gelby breed has to offer. As one of the bells and whistles that they have to offer, that they really do have a lot of shape and cattle that have some performance. With that, we always lean to the soundest cattle and cattle that can get out and move and track. And we've got 3 really good individuals in this ring. Lee's going to go out and select our champions.
Congratulations to 2627 as your champion yearling bull. TIP Mr. Marvel 310M from Thackeray Land and Cattle of Weyburn, Saskatchewan. And a reserve champion bull will be 2628 BBG Maximus 36M from Braylon Blake Gilvey. They'll receive a banner from Hurlbrook Livestock Limited. I think that's our first picture of the day together. We have Mr. and Mrs. Thackeray get to have a picture together. I'd also like to thank Sheila for doing all her yeoman's work of presenting banners here for us today. Another cog in the wheel. In the Gelvy side, we'll be having our senior champion, or senior bulls coming, which will be our senior champions, as we have one division of them. But we'll have bulls born 2023. We'll have 2629 coming into the ring. Shortly here, 2629 will be IFG Ivers Alpine L351ET, exhibited by Twinview Livestock of Parkbeg, Saskatchewan. And we'll have entry 2630 from Royal Western Gelvy, which is RWG Loaded L418. So, and their additional owner is CDC Farms.
Said we're already a half an hour behind. I'm like, yeah, I can't help it. Nobody is down here.
What's that?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're just about just moments away from getting underway with our Maine-Anjou show. So if it looks like the cattle are all lined up out back, we're going to start with our percentage classes. So I think within just moments, we will be getting underway with that as well. It'll be Class 1, obviously, is what we're starting with. So once they get all the banner tables lined up and stuff, then we will ask those cattle to come in. We're ready? Okay. Okay, perfect. Again, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to the Maine-Anjou show at CWA 2025. In our Class 1 percentage female class. Thank you. We're going to have entry 2891 Roach Rosebud 3140N. We'll also have entry 2889 Reeds Anera 257N. Entry 2888 Reeds Anera 255N. Also 2895 Vandy 302 Rose 532N. Entry 2890 Roach Bella 557N. And entry 2892 Pick 6 Miss 513N. Those are going to be entries coming in, and we'll go through that as we get further along. I believe we're going to turn it back over to the Gelvie side.
Thanks, Don. I think we got two really, really good ones out in this ring here right now. And you know, you could have made an argument either way on these bulls, and we probably wouldn't argue too hard, but we just love this big bull, how he moves, and he is so sound and long-bodied, and he's square over that top, and got some shape to him. He's got some round. He's got a really nice amount of bone and foot under him. I think a bull that just really ties everything together very nice, as does our second bull. He's maybe even a little deeper sided than the bull that wins the class. But if I'm going to pick on him, I'm going to say he opens up a little in that chest floor today. Walks a little wider on it than maybe his hinds sometimes, but I think a calf that's got so much to offer. I love the head shape in him and the hair, and you get behind him, there's plenty of shape. Big testicle calf. I think two really, really good bulls to bring back in here in a few minutes.
Thanks, Lee. Winning our senior division bull will be 2630 RWG Loaded L418 from Royal Western Gelvie of Red Deer County, Alberta, with an additional owner, CDC Farms. And our reserve in this senior class is 2629 IFG Ivers Alpine L351ET from Twinview Livestock of Parkbeg, Saskatchewan. Our champion will receive a banner from Davidson Gelvie sponsoring, and our reserve senior champion receives a banner from the PGA Sale Group, the Prairie Gelvie Alliance.
Over here on the main side today, ladies and gentlemen, we're very privileged and very honored to have Mr. Chad Wilson sorting through our cattle here today. Chad's from Wawota, Saskatchewan. He owns and operates Haroldson's Polled Herefords. Very, very well-respected program in the Polled Hereford industry. They breed about 200 head annually and have an annual bull sale as well. With Wilson Lee's bull sale every spring in April and a fall production sale in October as well. They've judged many, many shows across North America and do an extremely good job. Again, like I said, very, very well respected in the show ring, alongside their cattle, at the end of the microphone, as well as an absolutely top-notch Hereford program as well. We're very, very lucky to have Mr. Wilson here today. I think as we go out throughout the day, it's okay to go around and give him a great round of applause, because I'll tell you what, we appreciate having him here.
On our Gelvie side, we're going to have our championship drive coming in the ring here. We're going to have all our entries coming in from our first and seconds. So leading off our junior division, we have 2613 RWG Newsflash N491ET from Royal Western Gelvie. And our reserve in that division was 2612 Flaidland Ice Cube 28N from Flaidland Livestock. In our intermediate division, we have 2617 DRT Lonesome Unlock 393N from Lonesome Dove Ranch. And we have 2616 LCF King's Legacy 118N from LCF Gilvey. In our senior division, we have 2620 AWB Twin View Fort Sedgwick 11N ET from Twin View Livestock. We have 2622 DVE Davidson Gent 30N from Davidson Gilvey. In our yearling division, we have 2627 TIP Mr. Marvel 310M from Thackeray Land and Cattle. We have 2628 BBG Maximus 36M from Braille and Blake Gilvey. And most recently in the ring, we had 2630 RWG Loaded L418 from Royal Western Gilvey. And 2629 was our reserve in that senior division, IFG Ivers Alpine L351 ET from Twin View Livestock.
Well, over in the Gilvey ring, we have a tremendous championship drive. We've really liked these cattle that we've seen today. We give the Gilvey breeders a lot of credit. There's, this breed used to not have so much balance, so much softness, some hair, testicle in these cattle. They've just changed the look of them a lot. And there's always been a lot of good in this breed, but they really have made cattle that are very attractive and cattle that can get out and move. And we just appreciate these cattle a lot. There's just a lot of mass when you get in behind them. There's some soundness and cattle that are really attractive and we really like. With that, we'd like to thank you for having us here to judge today. We know what it takes to run a show. We run a few ourselves, and I'll tell you, I'd like to give the volunteers and the people who run Agribition a big round of applause. Also, we've had some gorgeous ring ladies here today that have run this ring tremendously well, so we'd like to thank them as well. It just makes the show so much nicer when things run smoothly and they help the cattle along, and so thank you to you two. It's been tremendously good. With that, again, thank you so much. This has been a tremendous group of cattle. You guys should be really, really proud of the product that you brought out here. As I said before, it's a great time to be in the cattle industry. We can all be super happy about that because, boy, there's been some years that it hasn't been so fun. And cattle men and cattle women kept trudging on and making this thing work. And, sometimes we robbed our kids' piggy banks. Sometimes you had to decide where you were going to pay the power bill or the gas bill. And now you can pay them both. It's pretty nice. So congratulations, Gilvey Breeders. It's been a tremendous show. With that, Lee's going to go out and select our champions. It's been an honor and a pleasure.
Congratulations to Royal Western Gelvie with RWG loaded L418. And your reserve from the same division, the seniors 2629, sorry, IFG Ivers Alpine L351ET from Twin View Livestock of Parkbeg, Saskatchewan. We'll have now our presentations from John Deere with Tyson Miazin. We have Shelby Corey from Saskatchewan Cattlemen's Association with their banners and presentations for our champions.
All right, over here on the Maine-Anjou side of our first class, we got some words from Mr. Judge Mr. Chad Wilson.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's certainly an honor and pleasure to be out here doing this main show today, and I think we got started off with a real nice class here, and definitely a class where we got some variation and some different things we can do. But I think to start off, we got a nice duo of heifers here. I think two heifers that complement each other and very similar in the way they're built and constructed. This heifer that's going to start off the class, she's the youngest one out here, just a mid-April heifer. I think a heifer that's got a lot of shape to her rib. You get behind her, she's really wide pinned, has a lot of shape to her quarter, really a nice lag on her, gets out and moves with ease. A heifer that's fresh and feminine and has a real nice look to her, and I think one that'll have a bright future ahead of her. This second place heifer, I really like the body and the rib and the mass that she's got. She's one that's got a lot of doability to her. Maybe just like to clean her up through her chest floor a bit, but a heifer that's got some flex and some give when she gets out and goes, and I think one that's just going to go on and be a nice female to use when she gets down into production. This heifer in third, I mean, if you want the big power heifer, I guess this is your heifer here. I'd like to tame her down a little bit in her maturity for the stage of the game we're at right now, but a heifer that really has a lot of bone and a lot of hip. Maybe I'd just like to freshen her up through her front end, but certainly a high-performing, very powerful individual here. The next heifer in line, really a nice-looking female. Really like the extension she's got up front. I really like how her neck comes out of the top of that shoulder. I'd just like to soften her up, give her a little more belly, a little more depth of flank to get her any higher, but certainly a female that's got a lot of look and a lot of style about her. So this next heifer in line, really like the rib in her. I'd like to change how she's built in her hip structure. When you watch her go, you'd like to change how she travels off this rear end a bit, but definitely a female that's got enough rib. She's got enough look to her. Definitely a heifer that's got enough performance to her. And the female that rounds out the class, you know, a nice female to end this class with. Definitely enough rib and shape to her. Just like to level her out from her hooks to her pins. Maybe lengthen her out of her hip a bit, but definitely a nice set of heifer calves to get started with here today.
So, ladies and gentlemen, coming out of your split number one, in your class number one of the percentage females born in 2025, is entry 2891, Roach Rosebud, 3140N, sired by Maverick 331L, exhibited by Roach Springs Show Cattle, Estevan, Saskatchewan. Also coming out of this split is entry 2890, Roach Bella 557N, sired by Dual Icon 802F, exhibited again by Roach Springs Show Cattle, Estevan, Saskatchewan. Rounding out this class was entry 2892, Pick 6, Miss 513N, as well as entry 2895, Vandy 302 Rose 532N, exhibited by Vandy Cattle, Benson, Saskatchewan. Additional owner Kate Nielsen. Entry 2889, Reed's Anera 257N, and exhibited by Reed Ranching in Halford, Saskatchewan. And rounding out that first split was entry 2888, Reed's Anera 255N, exhibited by Reed's Ranching, Halford, Saskatchewan. Coming in is our second split of this percentage born females in 2025. Entry 2901. This is Dinero Miss Rosebud 61N, sired by NMR Maternal Maid, exhibited by Dinero Farms, Melfort, Saskatchewan. 2893, Spellbound Charlotte 502N, sired by LEM Making Moves, exhibited by Spellbound Mains, McCown, Saskatchewan. Entry 2897, MHC Glamour 6N, sired by NAGE Sturgis 171L, exhibited by Hanson Livestock, Canisto, Saskatchewan. Entry 2894, this is Red Fox Newentown, sired by Rasa Kenny Rogers 457K, exhibited by Red Fox Mains at Kendall, Saskatchewan. Entry 2900, this is CGH Nevada 118N, sired by Vandy Game Time 313L, exhibited by Hanson Cattle at Weldon, Saskatchewan. Entry 2899, CGH Nelly 202N, sired by Vandy Game Time 313L, exhibited as well by Hanson Cattle, Weldon, Saskatchewan. There is your split 2 of the 2025 born percentage females. As we go throughout the show this evening, we certainly will be announcing some of our sponsors and some of our major sponsors. As we go through that list, please make sure that if you visit any of their booths or you see that their operations, whatever, please thank them for their sponsorship, as without their gracious sponsorship, of course, we would not be able to be having these tremendous events.
I think we got a really nice heifer here to start off this second split with, just a heifer that's really well balanced. You love the depth of rib, you love the spring of rib, you love the shape of her hip, really good in her hook to pin design, a nice leg on her, really like her joint and her bone size, really has a nice foot on her, gets out and moves with some ease, just a really complete heifer. This heifer in second, this baldy heifer, this heifer is really fresh, and she's green out here, but she's got some natural muscle to her. She's really got a nice look to her. She gets out and moves with ease. Really has a nice set of feet and legs on her. I think just a nice logical way to go to second place here. This third place heifer, this is a high-performing heifer. Just bring her out if you would. Really a long-bodied heifer. Really gives you a nice look. I guess when you get this heifer in motion, you just like to see her reach out a little more off her front end. Just like to stretch her out a bit in terms of her stride when she gets out on the move. This heifer next in line, a heifer that's got a lot of length of body. She just maybe gets a little weaker spine, change her in her hip structure. You just like to strengthen this girl at the ground. She gets a little weaker pasturing, but definitely one that's got some length of body. She's got a nice look to her. I think one that you do appreciate the presence in. Heifer next in line, real long-sided heifer. She's got some hip to her. She maybe just gets a little lower fronted. Like to just clean her up in her underline a bit. Maybe just give her some more swoop and shape to that center body. But a heifer that you appreciate the bone and the length in. And the heifer that rounds out the class, definitely a long-fronted heifer, attractive made one. Just like to add some more bone and some more power to her. Just stouten her up a little bit from behind, but definitely a nice class from end to end.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wilson. So coming at a split number 2 is entry 2900, CGH Nevada 118N, exhibited by Hanson Cattle. Also coming out of this split is entry 2893, Spellbound Charlotte 502N, exhibited by Spellbound Mains, McCown, Saskatchewan. So coming back in for our champion and reserve champion percentage heifer calf, coming at a split number 1 will be entry 2890. 2891 will be coming, I believe, in first. This will be Roach Rosebud 3140N, exhibited by Roach Springs Show Cattle, Estevan, Saskatchewan. As well will be entry 2890, Roach Bella 557N, exhibited by Roach Springs Show Cattle. And coming out of the last split will be entry 2900, CJH Nevada 118N, and entry 2893, Spellbound Charlotte 502N. 2893 is exhibited by Spellbound Maines, and 2900 that just left this class, exhibited by Hanson Cattle. Judge Wilson will sort through these, and we will crown our champion and reserve champion, percentage heifer calf, born in 2025.
I think we had a nice group that we brought back out here. All four of these heifers are certainly sound structured. They're good-footed cattle. They're cattle that get out and move with some ease. They got some rib. They got some capacity to them. I think females that'll go on and do a heck of a job down the road for these exhibitors and breeders. So I think the heifer that come out of this second split, she's a heifer that just very complete, very well balanced. She'll go ahead and be your division winner. And the heifer that come out of the first split will be reserve.
So who did you get? I'm not sure, so I have to see. So who was first? So your champion percentage heifer calf born 2025 will be entry 2900. CGH Nevada 118N, sired by Vandy Game Time 313L, exhibited by Hanson Cattle from Weldon, Saskatchewan. Your reserve champion female is entry 2891, Roach Rosebud 3140M, sired by Roach Maverick 331L, exhibited by Roach Springs Show Cattle, Estevan, Saskatchewan. Congratulations. Snuggle in nice and tight, even though you might not get along at home.
On our Gelby side, we have our judges back from pictures, and we'll be working up into our finale of our show here. We have our progeny Adam coming in the ring. I have 3 entries on my list here. We have 2632 from Royal Western Gelby. And we have 2633 from Braylon Blake Gelby and 2634 from Twinview Livestock. I guess we have 2 entries. First was, okay, thank you, Don. First is Twinview Livestock with their progeny Adam from Parkbeg, Saskatchewan. And second place was 2633, Braylon Blake Gelby of Glentworth, Saskatchewan. Next up in the ring, we have Class 55, which is our breeders' herd. And on my paperwork, I have 2635 from Davidson Gelby of Pontex, 2637 of Lonesome Dove Ranch of Pontex, 2638 of Royal Western Gelby from Red Deer County, Alberta, and 2639 of Twinview Livestock from Parkbeg, Saskatchewan.
There's more on the other side. All right, ladies and gentlemen, back over here on the main ring. It's funny how that rings true, eh? Here's going to be your Class 3. These are going to be your yearling bred heifers of your percentage females born in 2024. Coming into the ring in the first split, entry 2908. Vandy 717, first rows 475M. Sired by BKMT, first edition 415F ET. Exhibited by Vandy Cattle, Benson, Saskatchewan. As well as entry 2905, Vandy 950 Uptown Girl 447M, sired by GCC All Access, exhibited by Ryan and Kate Nielsen, Almeida, Saskatchewan. Entry 2902, PCF Millie 74M, sired by BAAL, Break the Bank ET, exhibited by Reed Ranching at Helford, Saskatchewan. Rounding out this split is entry 2909, BKMT Miss 4133, sired by BBR FX May We All 6D, exhibited by G2 Cattle, McCowan, Saskatchewan. There's your first split of the yearling heifers. We will have two splits of these heifers.
As our breeders' herds filed in the ring on the Gelby side, a little note that we have coming up on December 13th, I believe. We have our PGA sale, which is in conjunction with our Mansask Association annual meeting in Moose Jaw, and we also have a donation heifer donated by Diamond Z Livestock, one of our fellow breeders in our Mansask Association. If anyone would like to purchase donation tickets towards it, I think they're $10 and are available ahead of time or at the sale. And it's a great heifer calf donated by Diamond Z Livestock. We'd like to thank them for their contributions to our association. Our last class, our progeny of dam, we had a chair donated by Davidson Gelby to our winners, which were Twinview Livestock. This class here, our breeders' herd, we have our winner will receive a slate from Oberg Auction Service, and American Gelby Association has donated a free ad in Gelby World for our second place.
Well, I'd like to just reiterate what Don said and thank you, Gelby Breeders, for having us here today. Breeders' herd class it does say a lot, I think, about what people have at home, and it really does show the uniformity of what they can bring to town. With that, I'm going to just announce we only need one, our champion, female champion buller, and a third group down here. You're going to be our champions, but congratulations, everybody. Thank you for having us.
Congratulations to Royal Western Gelvie on their champion breeders herd, and they'll be receiving the award from Oberg Auction Service and the AGA donation of an ad. Next up in the ring, we'll have our final class of the day. Will be the Get of Sire, and we should have 2 entries in there. We should have one from Royal Western and one from Twin View Livestock.
Well, we got a really nice class here right from top to bottom, and I think you could do a few different things out here. But for me, this heifer that we're going to start off with, when she come out, she kind of just catches your eye. You really like the look to her. You like the balance she's got. You like the flexibility she's got. You like how her front end comes out of that shoulder. Just really nice in her joints. She's good at the ground. She gets out and moves well enough. Just a well-balanced female, a female that just really hard to pick apart when you get down to analyzing her. This big, powerful heifer in second, she maybe didn't go quite as good on this first lap, but I think when we spun him again, this heifer gets out and moves quite well. A heifer that has a lot of length of body. I like how she's built from her hooks to her pins. She's really got a nice leg set to her. Just a real nice, well-balanced heifer. Pairs really nice with the heifer that wins the class. This third place heifer, this is the stoutest one in the class. I mean, she's got a lot of width over her top. She's really wide pinned. Like how pulled apart she is. I'd just like to free her up a little bit when we ask her to go to get her any higher today, but certainly you got to admire the power in this one. And this heifer that rounds out the class, definitely the freshest heifer out here. Definitely a female that gives you a lot of look. She's really complete and well balanced, and this heifer gets out and boogies, just gets outpowered a little bit today, but I think that's a really nice heifer to round out this class, so good job, young girl.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there it is, coming out of your first split in your Class 3 of your yielding heifers. Moving on will be entry 2905, Vandy Uptown Girl 447M, exhibited by Ryan and Kate Nielsen of Alameda, Saskatchewan. Also coming back will be entry 2902, PCF Millie 74M, exhibited by Reed Ranching, Helfert, Saskatchewan. Rounding out that first split was entry 2908, Vandy 717, First Rose 475M, exhibited by Vandy Cattle at Benson, Saskatchewan, as well as entry 2909, BKMT Miss 4133, exhibited by G2 Cattle, McCown, Saskatchewan. Coming in next is going to be split number 2 of your 2024 born yearling heifers. First in will be entry 2903, Roach Sephora 402M, sired by BKMT Game On 227G, exhibited by Roach Springs Show Cattle, Estevan, Saskatchewan. Additional owner be Eldom Cattle Investments. 2906 is your next entry, Spellbound's Paralyzer 402M, Started by LEM Making Moves, exhibited by Spellbound Mains, McCown, Saskatchewan. Entry 2904, RASA Licorice Twist, 557M, started by Dual Icon 802F, exhibited by Arch Holdings, Spears, Saskatchewan, additional owner Jack Archdecken. Entry 2907 will be TCF 004 Maternal Molly 47M, started by NMR Maternal Maid, exhibited by Double C Livestock, Canwood, Saskatchewan, additional owner Camden Ulstat. So there is your split 2 in your 2024 born yearling heifers.
On our Gelby side, I'd like to thank, on behalf of our association, I'd like to thank our people and our volunteers and the folks that watched us in the stands and on home at DLMS, wherever your day took you today. I'd also like to thank our marshals in the back, Neil Overby and David Gavaline, for keeping the cattle organized and up in the ring, and it was a nice, timely show. Thank you to those folks as well. And now we'd like to call on our premier and exhibitor and premier breeder, which is an award presented by FCC.
Really like the shape she's got down her top and out her hip. Really bold sprung and has a lot of center body to her. Really nice in her bone work. Gets out and moves well enough. Looks like she's got a nice udder development coming on her. I think one that's just going to go on and be a nice cow down the line. This second place heifer, she's the one that catches your eye right off the start. She's really long bodied. She's got a lot of extension through this front end. Really like how high tying she is. She gets out and moves well enough. I'd just like to soften her up a bit, give her a little more fullness through this front part of her rib cage, but I think one that's got a lot of look and certainly catches your eye. Heifer next in line, again another good looking heifer. Just like to change her out her hip, change her off that hind leg a bit to get her any higher. And the heifer that rounds out the class, just like to soften her up and give her a little more center body dimension to get her up any higher.
So, ladies and gentlemen, your second split of your 2024 born yearling heifers. Returning back in for your championship class will be entry 2904, RASA Licorice Twist 557M, exhibited by Arch Holdings, additional over Jack Archdecken. Also coming back will be entry 2903, Roach Sephora 402M, exhibited by Roach Springs Show Cattle, additional owner Eldon Cattle Investments. Also rounding out split 2 was entry 2906, Spellbound's Paralyzer 402M, exhibited by Spellbound Mains, and entry 2907, TCF 004, Maternal Molly 47M, exhibited by Double C Livestock, additional owner Camden Ulstat. So coming back in for your champion and reserve champion percentage yearling heifer, from your split number 1 will be entry 2902, PCF Millie 47M, or 74M, sorry. Entry 2905, Vandy 950, Uptown Girl 447M. As well as entry 2904, RASA Licorice Twist 557M, and entry 2903, Roach Sephora 402M. Here's our judge, Mr. Wilson.
I think we got a nice set of heifers out here in this division. This first class was really strong, and these two heifers pair up really nice, and I think they're both two high-quality individuals, and we'll go ahead and keep them together and be your grand reserve of this division.
So, ladies and gentlemen, your grand champion, yearling heifer born 2024 in the percentage females, is entry 2905. 2905. This is Vandy Uptown Girl, 447M, sired by GCC All Access, exhibited by Ryan and Kate Nielsen of Alameda, Saskatchewan. Your reserve champion is entry 2902, PCF Millie 74M, sired by BAAL, Break the Bank ET, exhibited by Reed Ranching Incorporated, Helford, Saskatchewan. Congratulations, give them a round of applause. As we're taking pictures and so forth, and as these animals leave the room, we'd certainly like to thank some of our sponsors. Bud Light Loading Chute. Budweiser is proud to support the Canadian Agricultural Society and remains committed to working with farmers across the country. And for years to come, Agribition has partnered with the SCMA to bring live entertainment to both the Bud Light loading stage and various locations across the grounds.
When you're ready, I got
Of course, we'd also like to encourage everybody to check out the many exhibitors located throughout the grounds. From great food to Christmas shopping, family fun, Agribition has it all. Okay, I just want to do the next. Do it right here, it's fine. All right, we're going to continue right here in the main arena. It's going to be class number 5. This is going to be your percentage female with a 2025 tattooed calf at side. All right? We only have one entry in this class. That is entry 2910. Bonnie 31L, sired by BKMT Game On. With the calf at side, AB Miss Molly 31N, who was sired by Daddy's Money, exhibited by Byman Cattle Company, Wadena, Saskatchewan. No, go ahead up yourself. I find I have to push. Here's some words from our judge on our cow-calf division here, Class 5.
Only one pair out here, but she could certainly handle some competition. A cow that's really long-bodied. She's got some shape to her top and really nice outer hip. Really like the udder on this cow. It's a nice tidy udder, nice teat size and placement. Just a young calf at side that looks like it's got a lot of future to it. Just a real nice complete pair to start off this class.
Or does she come back as? But we're not doing that championship female drive now. We done it? So there's your champion percentage senior female. Entry 2910. Bonnie 31L. With her calf inside, AB Miss Molly 31N. Exhibited by Byman Cattle Company, Wadena, Saskatchewan. Congratulations. Just a reminder to those folks that we're very, very happy to see sitting in our stands and our bleachers. Just a little piece of advice. If you're getting a little cool this evening, it always keeps you warm when you clap when they leave. It just warms you up a little tiny bit. And if you're sitting further away from somebody, just snuggle up. That'll help keep you warm too. So, do we do the clap? So, what's all coming back in? Where do we find her? Oh, way back to here? Well, do you have who's coming in? So as we roll in to our class number 8, which is going to be number 8, right? Our grand champion and reserved grand champion percentage female, going to be entries numbers 2900, CGH Nevada 118N, exhibited by Hanson Cattle Company. 2891. Entry 2891. Roach Rosebud 3140N, exhibited by Roach Springs Cattle Company. Entry 2905. Vandy Uptown Girl 447M, exhibited by Ryan and Kate Nielsen, Almeida, Saskatchewan. Entry 2902. PCF Millie 74M, exhibited by Reed Ranching, Helfort, Saskatchewan. And entry 2910. Bonnie 31L with calf inside, AB Miss Molly 31N, exhibited by Byman Cattle Company, Wadena, Saskatchewan. Here's our judge.
I think we got a nice lineup of females here, right from front to back. They're practical cattle that got some length of body. They're sound. They're good-footed. They're good jointed cattle that got enough rib and capacity to go on and be good females on down the line. There's two out here that hit me pretty hard in class, and I'll go out and make my two selections for you. But put your hands together for these breeders and exhibitors on a nice set of females.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's your grand champion percentage female is going to be entry 2905. Vandy, Uptown Girl 447M. Sired by GCC All Access, exhibited by Ryan and Kate Nielsen, Almeida, Saskatchewan, and coming out of the same split, your reserve champion, entry 2902, PCF Millie, 74M, sired by BAAL, Break the Bank ET, exhibited by Reed Ranching, Helford, Saskatchewan. Congratulations to everybody that made the final class, and certainly congratulations to our two champions. Ladies and gentlemen, while these folks and the judge goes for pictures really quickly, we're going to get geared up for class number 9 as I see them getting lined up. We should have entries 2868, 2867, 2866, and 2871 on deck. And that will be that was the conclusion of our percentage females. Again, congratulations to all our entries. We are now pulling into the purebred portion of the show. Just while we're doing that as well, just like to announce as well, too, like Agribition is ready to welcome over 10,000 rural and urban students. I'm sure most of us have seen them going throughout the barns the last few days, offering hands-on learning experiences that deepen their understanding of agriculture, animal care, and farm life. Be sure to visit the Education Pavilion located in Arena 1. Going right along in hand, that was the key part of Agribition's commitment to education is honoring and showcasing the indigenous culture and traditions. Don't miss the storytelling and cultural demonstrations. It's over in the Brant Center link. As well, the Agribition Express is back. Hop on the bus for free and get dropped right off at the Agribition gates. Just pay $20 at the door and enjoy all the fun and excitement. But if you're already in here, you already know that. Perfect. Just a reminder from everybody at SGI, we encourage everybody at SGI and all their friends and at CWA, go out and have a great time. Just make sure the good times can happen again by always finding a safe ride home. The Regina Hotel Association is a proud sponsor as well, and this is a great opportunity. The Regina Hotel Association is pleased to offer guests staying at our member hotels complimentary shuttle service to and from CWA. These buses run from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily. You will just require a wristband from your hotel that you're staying at. That's a great opportunity, and make good use of that if you can. Oh, this is for our herdsmen and stuff, is what that is. We would also like to thank Sask Energy. For the past 25 years, Sask Energy has proudly supported volunteers through the Champions of Volunteers program. Their commitment stands behind those who build local spirit, foster connections, and drive growth through volunteerism. At Agribition, we're deeply grateful for the dedication and enthusiasm of our over 400 volunteers who make this a success each and every year. Your energy and passion are the heartbeat of CWA. Thank you, Sask Energy, for your unwavering support and for helping us celebrate the incredible power of volunteerism. Just a reminder as well, make sure to grab your 50/50 tickets tonight in support of the Agribition Community Foundation. This year's 50/50 is presented by Young's Equipment, a progressive 50/50, which means the winning number will be announced Saturday night at the Maple Leaf Circuit Finals Rodeo. And if you're one of our higher tech people, make sure you download the CWA app. That way you get the official CWA app. Is presented by the University of Saskatchewan. Has all your schedules, maps, tickets, events, results, all in one spot. So plan your Agribition experience with ease with the CWA app. There's also lots of opportunities throughout the week if you're into that for autograph signing. Some of the finest cowboys and cowgirls in the industry, they're all here at the Maple Leaf Circuit Finals Rodeo. There will be an autograph signing at the Brant Center Concourse from Tuesday right through to Saturday the 29th as well. And if you're so inclined, you can come right up here to the announcer stand and get the autographs of these ladies that work so diligently, doing a great job keeping me in line.
When I was getting the hot water, it's on.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right, our judges back from pictures. So if we're ready to kick off class number 9. These are going to be our purebred females starting now, and these are going to be females born from January 1st to July 15th of 2025. I believe we have 2 splits, right? We have 3 splits in this class.
Actually 4, because there's 3 purebreds and 1 full-blood.
We have 3 splits of full-bloods, 3 splits of purebreds and 1 split of full-bloods in this class. So if those cattle are ready outside, we'd sure like to have them in the ring if we could, please.
Start with 28. That'll encourage them.
We need entries 28, 68, 67, 66, and 28, 71. Where's our ring person? If the marshal can hear us at the back, we'd sure like them cattle. We do appreciate your patience, as I was just informed that some of the folks that were having pictures taken need to get their animals back to the stall and just change back numbers, and they'd be right here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for sticking with us. Here comes class number 9. Your purebred females born January 1st to July 15th of 2025 in split number 1. Entry 2868. This is Byman's Miss Edition 241N, sired by BKMT Game On, exhibited by Byman Cattle Company, Wadena, Saskatchewan. Entry 2867, BVJV 244, U2 523N, sired by Walsh on the Brink 6F, exhibited by Vandy Cattle, Benson, Saskatchewan. Additional owner, Byman Vandy Joint Venture, and additional owner, Kate Nielsen. Entry 2866, BVJV 107, U2 503N, sired by GCC All Access H490, exhibited by Vandy Cattle, Benson, Saskatchewan. Additional owners, Byman Vandy Joint Venture, and additional owners, Shire Farms. Rounding out this split, entry 2871, Stenberg Miss Janice 01N, sired by GCC All Access, exhibited by Byman Cattle Company, Wadena, Saskatchewan. Additional owners, Stu Byman. Okay. In this class, these cattle are all born from March 4th to April 10th in this class. March 4th to April 10th born. February 10. Ladies and gentlemen, here's a few words on split number one from our judge, Mr. Chad Wilson.
Nice class here in this black heifer at the Sox we're going to start with. She's a nice moderate framed heifer, but she sure put together nice. I really like the length of front, how she comes out of her shoulder, really level and nice outer hip, and really has a nice quarter to her. Really like the rib shape and the dimensions she's got to her center body. She gets out and travels with enough ease. This second place heifer that really gives you a nice look. She's long-sided. She's square-hipped. Maybe just doesn't have quite the center body shape as the heifer above her, but I think two nice heifers that complement each other very well. Heifer in third, really a wide-pinned heifer, a lot of shape to her top. I'd just like to free her up and get her moving a little bit better off that hind end, but definitely a heifer you got to admire the thickness she's got. And the heifer that rounds out the class, really a nice complete heifer. She's a young heifer. She's really green. I think one that with some time is going to go on and be a nice productive female down the road.
So ladies and gentlemen, coming back out of your first split of your purebred females is going to be entry 2867, BVJV 244, U2 523N, exhibited by Vandy Cattle. Additional owners, Byman Vandy Joint Venture, and additional owner, Kate Nielsen. Also coming at a split number 1 is entry 2866, BVJV 107 U2 503N. Exhibited by Vandy Cattle, Benson, Saskatchewan. Additional owners, Byman Vandy Joint Venture and Shire Farms. Now coming in will be split number 2 of these females. These females are all born February 2nd to February 26th in split number 2. Entry 2864 leads the way. Spellbound's Bonnie 511N, sired by KKS Master Chief 201K, exhibited by Spellbound Maine's McCown, Saskatchewan. Entry 2872, MHC Jingles 16N, sired by NAGE Sturgis 171L, exhibited by Hanson Livestock, Canisto, Saskatchewan. Entry 2862, Danero's Miss Sweetheart 58N, sired by GVC SUH01W, exhibited by Danero Farms, Melfort, Saskatchewan. Also in this class is entry 2873, MHC Trendy 10N, sired by NAGE Sturgis 171L, exhibited by Hanson Livestock, Canisto, Saskatchewan. Rounding out this class is entry 2863, Perry's Miss Benelli 380N, sired by Mr. Rasilvia Benelli 6B, exhibited by Perry Maine-Anjou Farm, Harrowsmith, Ontario. There is your split 2. And I'll get these guys to shut the sound off when we're announcing so everybody can hear. That'd be good. Thank you. Here's a few words from our judge, Mr. Wilson.
Real powerful heifer here to start off this class. She's real long-bodied, really good and correct in the way she's built out of her hip. You get behind her, she's stout enough. Really like the teat placement and other setup she's got coming on her. I think just a good, useful kind of heifer. I wouldn't mind just freshening her up a little bit through that front end, but I think one that you'd got to admire the pounds and performance that she's got. This second place heifer, really kind of just a fault-free kind of a female. she gets out and she moves with some ease. She's got a lot of flexibility to her. She's a little plainer in her makeup, but I think on down the line she's going to prove to be a nice productive female, just sound and very well balanced. The heifer in third probably just gives up a bit of that center body. She's maybe just a little more extreme in the way she's built. Doesn't get out and reach off either end when you put her in motion quite as well as the two that start the class, but I think a nice heifer. Heifer next to her in line, just like to give her a little more power to get her any higher, and same with the heifer that rounds out the class. Just a heifer that needs to be a little deeper bodied, add a little more flank to her to get her any higher, but I think three fresh heifers down at the bottom that I think with some time will go on and be some nice productive kind of females.
Aren't they leaving the ring? All right, ladies and gentlemen, so coming out of split number 2 is entry 2863, Perry's Miss Benelli, 380N, exhibited by Perry Maine-Anjou Farm, Harrowsmith, Ontario. Also coming out of that split is entry 2864, Spellbound Bonnie, 511N, exhibited by Spellbound Mains, McCowan, Saskatchewan. All right, coming in right now is going to be split 3. Class 9, split 3. Entry 2861, Dinero's Miss Nala, 1N, sired by Maple Lane Locomotive, 511L, exhibited by Dinero Farms, Melfort, Saskatchewan. Entry 2865, Maple Lane Nora, 473N, sired by Mr. Sylvia, We Deliver, 39J, exhibited by Maple Lane Stock Farms, Wetaskiwin, Alberta. Entry 2860 is Gilcroft, Miss 12N, sired by Stenberg's Hercules 9H, exhibited by Gilcroft Farms, de Morrisville, Ontario. These heifers are born from January 11th to January 25th of 2025. We'd also like to thank, I'm just going to kind of go outside the box, but we'd certainly like to thank DLMS, Mark Sholigan, and all of his crews for being here all week, providing the internet services not only for all of the shows, all of the sales, and everything that they do for the livestock industry 365 days a year. As well, of course, all of the show champions team, Alan Browarney and all of his crews that do all the pictures and photographs. We certainly encourage folks that if you have any pictures taken, please support these folks. They work for you as well all year round. Here's a few words from our judge, Mr. Wilson.
I think the heifer that starts this class, she's just the most functional one out here. She gets and moves out with some ease. I really like the flexibility she's got off both ends. I think a heifer that's just very practical in the way she's built and and going to go on be a good cow on down the line. The second place heifer that gives you a nice look. You like the presence to her. She gets a little straight off both ends for me. Like to give her a little more flexibility when you ask her to go. But I like the shape. I like the stifle she's got. I think a heifer that's got some nice pieces to her. Heifer that rounds out the class. She's the highest performing one out here. Just like to give her a little more middle, soften her up. Maybe just give her a little more shape from behind. But I think 3 nice heifers out here in this class.
So there you have it, coming at a split number 3. Will be entry 2861, Danero's Miss Nala at one end, exhibited by Danero Farms, Milford, Saskatchewan. Also will be coming back, will be entry 2865, Maple Lane Nora 473N, exhibited by Maple Lane Stock Farms, Wetaskiwin, Alberta. For those of you following along in class number 10, we do have a scratch for you. Entry 2875 will not be coming into this split. 2876. My apologies. Entry 2876 will not be coming back. These are going to be your full-blood females born January 1st to July 15th. We're going to have entry 2877, Dobson's Natalia, 101N. Sired by G-Bar Pole Super Dude, 710G. Exhibited by Dobson Farms, Rocky County, Alberta. Entry 2878, Red Fox Nadia, 26N. Sired by Red Fox Jack, 4J. Exhibited by Red Fox Maines, Kendall, Saskatchewan. Entry 2874, Gilcroft Nadine 8N, sired by Iabon, exhibited by Gilcroft Farms, de Morrisville, Ontario. Rounding out this split will be entry 2875, Gilcroft Natalie 4N, sired by Dabla, exhibited by Gilcroft Farms, de Morrisville, Ontario. So again, entry 2876 is a scratch. These are all born from January the 2nd to March 25th. These are your full-blood heifers. Here's some words from our judge on split 1 of the full-blood heifers.
I think there's some options here on the top end, but I think this hairy heifer we're going to start with, she's got the most top. She's the widest pinned. You get behind her, she's got the most shape. A heifer that's really nice in her bone work. I think one that's going to go out and be a nice practical kind of a cow. Second place heifer, she's real alongside, and you get this heifer in motion, you start to like her more. She gets out and moves really well. Has a lot of flexibility to her. Just like to stouten her up to get around that heifer that wins the class. Heifer in third, really alongside it, attractive heifer. Just like to deepen her up, maybe just moderate her a little bit for this stage of the game. But I think heifer, you'd admire the length of body she's got. And the heifer that rounds out the class just gets a little raw made in her construction, just like to refine her in her joints. Maybe just sweeten her up a little bit through that front end. But 4 nice heifers.
Congratulations to them all. Moving out of this split will be entry 2878, Red Fox Nadea 26N, exhibited by Red Fox Maines at Kendall, Saskatchewan. Also moving out of this class will be entry 2877, Dobson's Natalia 101N, exhibited by Dobson Farms at Rocky View County. So coming back in will be those two as well, but also coming at a split number 1 will be entry 2867, BVJV 244 U2 523N, exhibited by Vandy Cattle Benson, Saskatchewan, with additional owners, Byman Vandy Joint Venture and Kate Nielsen. Entry 2866, BVJV 107 U2 503N, exhibited by Vandy Cattle Benson, Saskatchewan. Additional owners, Byman Vandy Joint Venture and Shire Farms. Coming at a split number 2 back in will be entry 2863, Perry's Miss Benelli 380N, exhibited by Perry Maine Angus Farm, Maine-Anjou Farms, Harold Smith, Ontario. And also will be entry 2864, Spellbound's Bonnie 511N, exhibited by Spellbound Maines, McCown, Saskatchewan. Coming back at a split number 3 will be entry 2861, Dinero's Miss Nala 1N, exhibited by Dinero Farms at Melfort, Saskatchewan. And rounding it all out will be entry 2865 out of the third split as well, Maple Lane Nora 473N, exhibited by Maple Lane Stock Farms, Wetaskiwin, Alberta. And again, just a reminder from the last full blood split will be entry 2878, Red Fox Nadea 26N, exhibited by Red Fox Maines at Kendall, Saskatchewan, and entry 2877, Dobson's Natalia 101N, exhibited by Dobson Farms, Rocky View County, Alberta. This will be your champion and rears champion heifer calf drive of 2025. Here's our judge with a few great words.
Well, we definitely got a few more to choose from out in this division, and on account of that, there's a little more variation in them, but I think one thing in common, they're all good practical kind of cattle. Get off their feet and legs, they get out and travel well enough. I think there's certainly some options out here, but for me, these 2 heifers that come out of split 1 will be your division and reserve division winner, so congratulations.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Your grand champion is going to be entry 2867, BVJV 244 U2 523N, exhibited by Vandy Cattle Benson, Saskatchewan. Additional owners, Byman Vandy Joint Venture and Kate Nielsen. This female is sired by Walsh on the Brink 6F. Out of a BVJV 9151. Go to Dam. Your reserve champion is going to be from that same split. 2866 BVJV 107U2 503N. Exhibited by Vandy Cattle, Benson, Saskatchewan. Additional owners, Byman Vandy Joint Venture and Shire Farms. Sired by GCC All Access H490. And of course, your Grand in Reserve will be coming back in when we have the overall Grand Champion females. As they're switching halter shanks and getting ready for the next class 12, these are going to be your full-bred or purebred females born in 2024. So as we get ready to move into Class 12, we only have the one split of these yearling heifers. What? All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's your Class 12. Females, full blood or purebred, born in 2024. We only have one split. We have entry 2882. This is Vandy 708 Calypso 445 MET. Sired by Game On 227 GET. Exhibited by Vandy Cattle, Benson, Saskatchewan. Additional owner, Byman Cattle. Entry 2885. Miss Ronsko JOR 54M. Sired by DJS Beast 012H. Exhibited by Blue Sky Mains at Daysland, Alberta. Entry 2881. Red Fox Medea, sired by Red Fox Jack 4J, exhibited by Red Fox Mains, Kendall, Saskatchewan. Entry 2883, MHC Tilly 6M, sired by BKMT First Edition 415F, exhibited by Hanson Livestock, Canisto, Saskatchewan. Rounding out this split and this class, entry 2880, Perry's Miss SJ2M, sired by Perry's Mr. Simple 182J, exhibited by Perry Maine-Anjou Farm, Harold Smith, Ontario. The class is full, class is complete. This is your Class 12 yearling females. Here's a few words from our judge on these yearling heifers, and then we'll get the back tags sorted out, if we could.
Really a nice effort to start this class off with, and I think one that kind of gravitated to the top fairly handily. Just a really well-balanced heifer, really strong top, a lot of shape and dimension to her forerib and throughout that rib cage. Get behind her, she's got enough muscle shape to her, really like the bone work in her, nice and clean in her joints, nice flexibility to her. Get her out on the move, she reaches out really well. Just a good, sound, useful kind of a female to start the class off with. Second place heifer, really a long-bodied heifer, and I think one that just has a nice maternal look to her. She's definitely got enough rib cage to her. Get behind her, she's stout enough. Maybe just doesn't have the bells and whistles of the heifer that starts the class off with, but I think one that's going to go on and be a very productive female down the line. Heifer next in class, again, a nice long-sided heifer. She's a nice moderate-framed heifer. Definitely has a nice look to her. Just gives up a little bit of power to the two heifers above her, but I think she's a good, functional, useful kind of a female. Heifer that's coming next in line, definitely a heifer that's got some top and some with the pin and with the base to her. She's a big bone female. I'd just like to lay that shoulder in, clean her up through that neck a bit, maybe just change her a little bit in her structural design, but one that you definitely got to admire the power to. And the black heifer that rounds out the class, if you want a high-performing one, I mean, this heifer would work for you. She's got a lot of growth in her. For me, I'd just like to moderate her out a bit, give her a little more body, a little more dimension, just give her a little more flexibility when she moves. She just wants to get a little straight off that front and the rear, and just like to change her a little bit there to get her any higher today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if Justin and them are coming back in, but out of your Class 12, your yearling female purebred or full-blood division, will be your champion as well, will be entry 2882, Vandy 708 Calypso 445 45MET, exhibited by Vandy Cattle, Benson, Saskatchewan, additional owner Byman Cattle. Your reserve champion female coming out of this class as well, in this division, will be entry 2885, Miss Ronsko, JOR 54M, exhibited by Blue Sky Mains, Daysland, Alberta. I don't know if they're coming back in to get their banners or what was, but they probably should have been asked to stay in and get their banners. Anyhow, so they are champion and reserve champion. Okay, now who's coming in? Class 14? Well, that's not right because that's Blue Sky. He must be coming back in to get his banner. It's always great to have you back in, Dwayne. So once those pictures are complete and the judge gets back from running to his necessity, you can either bring him in or you can be on deck as 2886 for class 14. One good thing about the judge, he ran to where he needed to go so he could walk on his way back, and that's awesome. So go ahead and bring in class number 14. Okay, this will be entry 2886. This will be your female born in 2023 with 2025 tattooed calf at side. Entry 2886 is going to be Red Fox Ladea 5L, sired by Red Fox Jack 4J, with her calf at side Red Fox New in Town. The calf is sired by RASA Kenny Rogers 457K, being exhibited by Red Fox Mains, Kendall, Saskatchewan. Of course, this pair will also be coming back in for a champion and reserve champion, purebred full-blood senior female. I wonder if they could just walk him to the back, or do they need to take him right out? Because there's only one entry. Oh wait, as long as he's talking to him or whatever, I'll just... Here's our judge, Mr. Wilson.
Just one entry here, and certainly a powerful cow. She's a big topped individual, really wide over her back, hook to hook, and get behind her. She's wide pinned, has a lot of shape and dimension down low. Really, the calf alongside of her is really long bodied, nice hip calf. Certainly a cow that's doing a nice job here.
Congratulations to entry 2886 with Red Fox Ladea 5L and a calf at side Red Fox New in Town, exhibited by Red Fox Maine's Kendall, Saskatchewan. You can either go right out the back or you can wait at the back of the ring as we bring in a single entry in Class 15. This is going to be a full-blood or purebred female born in 2022 with a 2025 tattooed calf at side. This entry is going to be entry 2887. Miss Sylvia 7J, sired by I Deliver, with her calf at side, Mr. Sylvia 62N, which calf is sired by FJH Executive 31C. This pair is being exhibited by Sylvia Cattle Company from Derwent, Alberta, with additional owners Wilkin Ridge Stock Farms and Rapid Creek Maines. Immediately following the crowning of our champion and reserve champion senior females, we will do the Class 17 will be the Agribition Herdsman Award. This will be presented by Performax Nutrition and Federated Co-op. We'll do that and then be right into the bull classes. Actually, right after that, we'll do Grand Champion and Reserve Champion. Females, purebred and full-bloods. Here's our judge with a few comments on this very good pair here.
Well, only one out in this class, but she could definitely stand some competition here. I think we got a really nice cow. She gives you a nice look here from the side and really strong and level down her top, good out her hip. You get down her back, she's wide based and wide out her hip, a lot of muscle to her. Really like the angles this female's got. She's maybe starting to dry up a bit here now, but I think her teat size and looks like she's sure got a nice udder on her and really got a nice bull calf in front of her. I really like the muscle shape and the hip design this calf's got. Really like his joints and his bone structure. He gets out and moves well enough. Calf that's got some masculinity to him for his age and really a nice set of testicles coming on him. I think a bull that'll be quite saleable come spring. So very nice pair.
Thank you very much. So if you just want to make, actually you can probably just stay right there and we will bring in the entry 2886 out of Class 14. They'll bring him back up here and then our judge, Mr. Chad Wilson, will go out and select our champion and our reserve champion, purebred or full-blood senior female. Dave.
I guess we just talked about these females. We'll go ahead and use this solid black pair to be your champion, and one behind them for reserve.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, your champion, grand champion, senior female, full-blood or purebred, will be from Class 15, will be entry 2887, Miss Sylvia 7J. With calf at side, Mr. Rasilvia 62N, exhibited by Rasilvia Cattle Company, Derwent, Alberta, with additional owners Wilkin Ridge Stock Farm and Rapid Creek, Maines. Your reserve grand champion, senior female, is entry 2886, Red Fox Ladea 5L. With her calf at side, Red Fox New in Town, exhibited by Red Fox Maines of Kendall, Saskatchewan. Congratulations again. So now we just as they go outside, we got a few awards we're going to hand out, correct? So I believe the first ones we're going to do, is that Grace? Perfect. Miss Grace Medved is here on behalf of Federated Co-op, and she is here to present the Herdsman Award for 2025. Canadian Western Agribition goes to Dinero Cattle Company. Michael Sander Spratt and family, congratulations. Oh, I'm so scared. I'm so nervous. Oh, the kids are coming. Well, it's awesome. Good. Get them all in the picture. That's awesome. And as soon as this is over as well, Mr. Dave Perry's here. He's got a couple more awards, very important awards to hand out. And then we'll be right back into Class 18, which is going to be our grand champion and reserve champion overall purebred full-blood females. Congratulations to Dinero Farms. All right. Mr. Dave Perry's going to quickly do these two awards, and then we'll be right on to bringing back in for our champion and reserve champion females.
Thank you very much, Don. Dave Perry. I'm president of the Ontario Maine-Anjou Association, and I'm a director on the Canadian Maine-Anjou Association. So the CMA would like to recognize the important part young cattle people play in our breed. Their enthusiasm, hard work, determination, and skills add so much to our breed. The junior committee is made up of myself and Patrick Johnson, Josie Pashalka, and Jordan Retzlav. We appreciate all the effort that the juniors put in and submitting their points and essays for these awards. So tomorrow, prior to our sale, there will be a high point show award. But today, we'd like to call up Emily Urenko for a $500 junior essay scholarship. And thank you to all the juniors for applying. Our winner is Emily Urenko. Emily is taking pre-veterinary medicine at Northern Oklahoma College in Tonkawa, Oklahoma. Congratulations, Emily.
While they're doing that, we will have on deck for our championship classes entry 2866, 2867, 2882, 2885, 2886, and 2887.
Our second award is called the Young Cattleman Award. It's a $1,000 voucher. And this award this year for members of the Canadian Maine-Anjou Association under 25 years of age to help young breeders expand their knowledge and their herd. The recipient is a young breeder, Emily Yaramko. Emily has been raising Maine-Anjou cattle for 10 years. Emily, along with her parents and her brothers, own Carpathian land and livestock near St. Paul, Alberta. Emily has shown mains across Western Canada and attended junior nationals in the U.S. last year. The CMA hopes this award will help Emily pursue some of her livestock goals. Congratulations, Emily.
All right, as the judges sorting through, we'll just go a quick rundown of our females that are in here in our championship drive for our purebred of full-blood females. Entry 2867. BVJV 244 U2 523N, exhibited by Vandy Cattle Company. Additional owners Byman Vandy Joint Venture and Kate Nielsen, as well as entry 2866. BVJV 107 U2 503N, exhibited by Vandy Cattle, Benson, Saskatchewan. Additional owners Byman Vandy Joint Venture and Shire Farms. As well in is entry 2882, Vandy 708 Calypso 445 MET, exhibited by Vandy Cattle, Benson, Saskatchewan. Additional owner Byman Cattle. Entry 2885, Miss Ronsko JOR 54M, exhibited by Blue Sky Mains, Daysland, Alberta. As well in here as well is entry 2886. Red Fox Ladea 5L with her calf at side, Red Fox New in Town, exhibited by Red Fox Mains, Kendall, Saskatchewan, as well as entry 2887, Miss Rusilvia 7J with her calf at side, Mr. Rusilvia 62N, exhibited by Rusilvia Cattle Company, Derwent, Alberta. Additional owners Wilkin Ridge Stock Farms and Rapid Creek Mains.
I think we got a really nice lineup here in this drive, and that front line, I mean, right from front to back, I think we got some females that got a lot of quality right from end to end. This calf up front, I mean, she's got a lot of future to her. Love the rib shape she's got, the muscle shape she's got. Certainly gives you enough look. I think one that just balances out real nice. This bred in the middle, just a real complete kind of made female. Big top, big hip, gives you a nice look. Really like the bone work in her. Looks like she's going to udder up nice down the road. And then this pair at the back, I mean, a cow that definitely has a lot of shape to her. She's wide-based. She's got a lot of muscle, but still gives you a nice look. Really like the bone work in her. And certainly done a really nice job on this bull calf she's got in front of her. So I guess give these exhibitors a round of applause. I'll go out and show you my two favorites.
So, ladies and gentlemen, your overall grand champion, purebred or full mud female of 2025 goes to entry 2887. Miss Rasilvia 7J, who is sired by I Deliver with her calf at side. Mr. Rasilvia 62N, who is sired by FJH Executive 31C, exhibited by Rasilvia Cattle Company of Derwent, Alberta, with additional owners Wilkin Ridge Stock Farms, Rapid Creek, Maines, and your reserve grand champion is entry 2882. Vandy 708 Calypso 445 MET, sired by BKMT Game On 227 GET, exhibited by Vandy Cattle Company, Benson, Saskatchewan, additional owner Byman Cattle. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to our champion and reserve champion females and everybody else that was involved in the final drive on the females. We're going to get ready. They're going to be doing some pictures at the back. They're going to do that quickly. And then we'll be right on to our bulls for 2025. We will be starting with class number 19, which will be the percentage bulls born in 2025. So we will have on deck entries 29, 26, 29, 29, 29, 27, and 29, 25. Second mistake I made tonight. Entries 29, 28. It looked like a 5. I'm sorry. 29, 28, 29, 29, 29, 27, and 29, 25. Should be on deck, please. And again, ladies and gentlemen, the list is very, very long, but as you walk down the corridors and the aisles and so on and so forth, when you're seeing any of these sponsors, any of these organizations that for sure help out beyond measure here this week, make sure you stop and thank them, say hi to them. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. And like I did say earlier, for those of you folks that are here, you're at home, you're wherever, we certainly like to thank those that make it very, very easy for everybody to take part. And I did mention earlier, I'm going to mention again, Mark Sholigan with DLMS and all of his staff. They do an absolutely incredible job from the time early in the mornings till the last ones out of here at nights, making sure that we all can watch. We can keep track of who's doing what, and without their services 365 days a year in the livestock industry, whether it's in the purebred industry or the commercial livestock marketing, tell you what, they're pretty darn tough to beat, and they support it all year round. We certainly want to thank them as well. And, of course, in the back right now with Alan Browarney and all of his crews that are here with show champions, taking all of the pictures so that we can relive these wonderful moments forever. Make sure you stop by and thank those folks. And although I don't have all of the information up here, in the back where they're taking all of them champion and reserve champion photos and so on and so forth and handing out some banners and other awards, I would certainly like to thank John Deere with Paige Miller from John Deere for their sponsorship on the class championship class, as well as Chubb Lundago here from Myers Norris Penny. He's at the back there handing out big checks and awards and banners. We appreciate that as well. Bovagen is here as well, FCC as well. We'd certainly like to thank them for their sponsorship, not just here for the Maine-Anjous, but for all of the shows and all of the breeds and all of the classes throughout the week. If our marshal is ready at the back, we could certainly start bringing cattle in, if they can. Chad, does it look like they're getting close to being ready? Okay. Okay, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to kick off the 2025 CWA Maine-Anjou Bull classes right now. Class number 19. These are going to be your percentage bulls born in 2025. We have two splits here. Coming in your first split, entry 29-28. I think. Yep. Well, no, I was waiting for it to come in. Oh, there's Job. Good. Yes. All right, appreciate everybody sticking around that have stayed. Here comes class number 19. These are your percentage bulls born in 2025. We have two splits. Split number 1 is entry 29-28, Vandy's first class, N563ET, sired by BKMT's first edition 415FET, exhibited by Vandy Cattle, Benson, Saskatchewan. Entry 29-29, Vandy Gotti N540, sired by BBR Maidman 15K, exhibited by Vandy Cattle, Benson, Saskatchewan. Entry 29-27, Vandy RICO 519, sired by BBR Made Man 15K, exhibited by Vandy Cattle, Benson, Saskatchewan. We are supposed to have 4 in this class. If the others are coming, or if not, or if the ring man or the boss man at the back could let us know if there's only 2 or if we're supposed to have 4, because entry 2925 is also supposed to be in here. Well, I announced the first 3. Entry 2925 is Roach Nightcap 530N, sired by Moore Bourbon Street, exhibited by Roach Springs Show Cattle. I'm just wondering, is these the only 2? All right, I guess do we have these 2 in this class? So who do we have scratch? So I guess this class is complete. We have 2 scratches for those of you following along. 2928 is a scratch. 2925 is a scratch. So we have entries 2929 and 2927. Both exhibited by Vandy Cattle, Benson, Saskatchewan. Maybe at the back, if you could find out if our next split of entries 2924, 2926, 2930, if they're all here. Here's a few words from our judge, Mr. Wilson, on our first split of bull calves.
Nice pair of calves here to start off this bull show, and you know, these calves are pretty similar. You could flip-flop this and talk it either way, I think. I think the calf that I'm going to use to start the class, he's probably the nicest looking one. Really like how that neck comes out of that shoulder on him. You get behind him, he's got a big square hip. Kind of the main difference in him. I think this calf's maybe got just a little more flank, maybe a little more expression through that stifle, but this calf in second, he's real long body, good hip, probably has a little bigger testicles at this stage of the game, but I think two really good bulls, and I think a really nice, useful pair to start off the bull show.
Thank you very much, and congratulations. Moving on out of the first split, again, entry 29, Vandy Gotti N540, exhibited by Vandy Cattle Company at Benson, Saskatchewan, and as well as entry 2927, Vandy Rico N519, exhibited by Vandy Cattle, Benson, Saskatchewan. They will be coming back in just momentarily. Okay, we're going to get ready and bring in split number 2, okay? Split number, class 19, split 2 in the bull calendar year bull calves, percentage bull calves, entry 2924. B. Roach Crank 513N, sired by Dual Icon 802F, exhibited by Rock Springs Show Cattle, Estevan, Saskatchewan. Entry 2930, Danero's Night Rider 47N, sired by Mr. Silvia Benelli 6B, exhibited by Danero Farms, Melfort, Saskatchewan. Entry 2926 will be RSA Screamin' Eagle 606N, sired by Dual Icon 802F, exhibited by Arch Holdings, Spears, Saskatchewan, with additional owner Jack Archdecken. There is your split 2 of your calendar year percentage bull calves. So those 4 will just stay. He's picking a piece up too, I think so. All right, these bulls, they're born from January the 1st to February the 25th on these 3 bulls. Here's our judge with a few comments on split 2.
Nice class here, and I think it comes down to a top pair, and I think you could flip-flop these if you want to. I'm going to start off with this big January calf. He's really long-bodied, big hip. Really like how he's made through that front end. Nice head on him. Looks like a bull, and bull that's got a lot of scrotal. I'd like to change these hind wheels a bit on this bull. He wants to get under himself a little bit as he goes. Has this little too much set to him, but I think there's a lot of good in this calf, and a nice way to start the class. Second place calf, he really catches the eye. He's a flashy made calf, definitely a high tying calf that, he's got enough rib, and I'd maybe like to just tweak his hind leg a bit too to get him around this first place bull. And I guess the main difference to me is I just like to give him a little more masculinity up through his front end, especially through that head and jaw area on him. But I think a bull that definitely has a nice profile to him, and one that'll be useful down the road. The bull that rounds out the class, he's just kind of the plainest one of the bunch. I think he'll be a good functional bull come spring, and will be very saleable. But 3 nice bulls here in this class.
Again, congratulations, entry 2926. Moving on, you can probably just go to the back and then get ready to stay in. As entry 2926 is RASA, Screaming Eagle 606N, exhibited by Arch Holdings, Spears, Saskatchewan. Additional owner, Jack Archdecken. Also moving at a split 2 is entry 2924, Roach Crank 513N, exhibited by Roach Springs Show Cattle, Estevan, Saskatchewan. Joining them coming back in will be from split 1 will be entry 2929, Vandy Gotti N540, exhibited by Vandy Cattle Company, and entry 2927, Vandy RICO N519, also exhibited by Vandy Cattle Company, Benson, Saskatchewan. And for our judge, Mr. Wilson, when these 4 come back in and you pick and choose out of here, we will also be picking your champion and reserve champion percentage bull calf as well. That will become your grand champion and reserve grand champion percentage bull. So you got kind of dual thinking there. And that will be because there are no yearlings or 2-year-old bulls. Percentage bulls. Here's our judge.
Well, I think we got 4 nice, useful kind of bulls out here, and definitely some variation between them. But I think all bulls that are definitely going to be tools on down the road. I think out of this first split, I mean, these 2 bulls, you're kind of splitting hairs between them, and I think when it gets down to the fundamentals, just balance and structure, these 2 kind of rise to the top. So I'll stick with these 2 to be your Grand in Reserve.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Your Grand Champion Percentage Bull Calf and Grand Champion Percentage Bull goes to entry 29-29. Vandy Gotti N540, sired by BBR Man-Made 15K, exhibited by Vandy Cattle Company, Benson, Saskatchewan, with your reserve champion in both of them classes as well, going to entry 29-27, Vandy RICO N519, sired by BBR Made Man 15K, exhibited also by Vandy Cattle, Benson, Saskatchewan. Congratulations to the Vandy family. On a sweep. Don't tell that either. I never heard, so I was just talking. What were we agreeing? All right, they're going to do a quick photo op, I think. Looks like everybody left there. And then we're going to pull right into the purebred section of the Canadian Western Agribition 2025 Maine-Anjou show. So we would like to get on deck for our first split of the purebred bulls, born January 1st to July 15th. We would like entries 29-15, 29-16, 29-19, 29-11, please. Guess we shouldn't have laughed at the Oilers. This could be worse. Are all the pictures finished? I seen somebody leaving with a banner. Oh, I see that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to get underway with Class 26. These are our purebred Maine-Anjou bull calves born from January 1st to July 15th of 2025. We have two splits here today. In our first split is entry 2915, Vandy Change the Game N548, sired by BKMT Game On 227G ET, exhibited by Vandy Cattle, Benson, Saskatchewan. Was born March 28th of 2025. Entry 2916, Vandy Accolade N541, sired by GCC All Access H490, exhibited by Vandy Cattle, Benson, Saskatchewan. Born March 25th of 2025. Entry 2919. Entry is MHC Nevada 27N, sired by Nage Sturgis 171L, exhibited by Hanson Livestock from Canisto, Saskatchewan, born March 15th of 2025. Rounding out this split is entry 2911, Pick 6, Red Stroker 510N, sired by Pick 6. BL Thunder 310L, exhibited by Pick 6 Cattle, Gull Lake, Saskatchewan, born March 9th of 2025. There's your first split of purebred bull calves. On deck will be entry 2920, 2913. And for those of you following along, entry 2912 has been scratched from split number 2. What have we got? What have we got? Here's our judge with a few comments on split number 1.
Well, I think we got a nice duo of bulls here to start this class off with, and this red calf that's going to lead off, he's just a well-balanced calf, really like the rib shape in him. He gives you a really nice look up front. He's really level from his hooks to pins, has a nice hip, a lot of stifle to him. He gets out and moves easy enough. I think just a nice way to start this class off. The black calf in second, again, he follows a lot in type and kind to this first place guy. He's long-sided, he's good out his hip. Maybe just doesn't have quite the width of base or the performance of the guy ahead of him, but I think two complete made individuals. Big red calf in third, he's the high-performing calf in the class. Really long-sided, long-fronted, long-bodied. Just like to soften him up a bit, maybe just give him a little more natural shape down low, but I think if you want to add some performance, maybe this is the guy to do it for you. And then the black calf that rounds out the class, I think he's a complete made, well-balanced calf. He's structurally sound. I think he'll be a nice bull come spring. Just like to give him a little more forerib, a little more masculinity to get him any higher today.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Moving at a split number 1 is entry 2915. Vandy Change the Game N548, exhibited by Vandy Cattle. As well, moving out of this class is entry 2916. Vandy Accolade N541, again exhibited by Vandy Cattle Company, Benson, Saskatchewan. Those two will stick close by as we're going to bring in split number 2, be entry 2920, Mr. Rasilvia 62N. He is sired by FJH Executive 31C, exhibited by Rasilvia Cattle Company of Derwent, Alberta. He was born on February the 18th, and he is also co-owned by Rapid Creek Mains and Wilkin Ridge Stock Farms. Entry 2913, Perry's Mr. Wingman, 811, born February the 7th, sired by Perry's K6 Wingman, 2A, exhibited by Perry Maine-Anjou Farm, Harold Smith, Ontario. And again, entry 2912, if you're following along, is a scratch out of this split. On deck will be entry 2918, 2914, and 2917. Here's our judge, Mr. Chad Wilson. He's got some comments on this split.
Again, nice duo bulls out here. This black calf that's going to start this class off, we got to see him earlier today alongside his mother there. I think a calf that just balances out real well. Like the center body, the rib shape he's got a lot of turn off that top. Get behind him, he's really explosive through that quarter, like the stifle in him, really like the bone work in him. I think he gets out and moves with some ease, and he's got a nice look about him. This calf in second, he's real long body, he's got some performance to him. You get behind him, he's big hipped, he's got some bone. Maybe just like to change him a little bit in the structure to get him any higher. Just like to clean up that underline, that sheath a bit on him, but I think two useful kind of bulls out here in this class.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wilson. So out of this class, obviously they're both going to come back here in a couple minutes. Entry 2920, Mr. Rasilvia 62N, exhibited by Rasilvia Cattle Company at Derwent, Alberta. Co-owners Rapid Creek Mains and Wilkin Ridge Stock Farm, as well as entry 2913, Perry's Mr. Wingman 811N, exhibited by Perry Maine-Anjou Farm, Harold Smith, Ontario. Next class is going to be class 26. These are going to be the purebred bulls. Split number 3, be entry 2918. Coming in, this will be MHC Nickelback 1N, sired by Nage Sturgis 171L, exhibited by Hanson Livestock, Canisto, Saskatchewan. And he was born January 25th of 25. Entry 2914, Maple Lane Notorious 539N, born on the 24th of January, sired by Mr. Rasilvia 32L, exhibited by Maple Lane Stock Farms, Wetaskiwin, Alberta. Rounding out this split is entry 2917, Mr. Blue Sky Night Owl JOR 20N, born the 10th of January of 2025, exhibited by Blue Sky Mains, Daysland, Alberta. Entry 2921 should be on deck, please. Here's our judge, Mr. Wilson, with a few words on split number 3.
Well, I think we got 3 bulls out here that are all good and have some quality in their own right. The bull that we're going to start the class off with, he's just kind of the big burly bull of the bunch. You know, you get looking at him from up front. He's got some masculinity. He looks like a bull. He's got a lot of muscle down his top. This This guy's really got a big hip in him. He's got a lot of flex when he gets out and goes. He gets around the ring very well. Good testicle bull. I think just a good saleable kind of a bull come spring. Second place calf, this red calf, he's a high performing bull. He's got some length aside. He's got some growth to him. He gets a little straighter made when you ask him to go, but I think a bull just based on his performance, he needs to be in the 2-hole here. And the calf that rounds out the class, he's a nice sound individual. Like a lot of things about him, I think just needs to be a little higher performing to get any higher in this particular split today.
So moving at a split number 3 is entry 2917, Mr. Blue Sky Night Owl, JOR 20N, exhibited by Blue Sky Mains at Daysland, Alberta. Also moving at a split number 3 is entry 2914, Maple Lane Notorious 539N, exhibited by Maple Lane Stock Farms, Wetaskiwin, Alberta. Our Class 27 is going to be next. We'll have a single entry, and that will be entry 2921. This will be your full-blood bull, born between January 1st to July 15th. And that entry 2921 will be Dobson's 8-mile 183N. Sired by G-Bar Pulled Super Dude 710G. Exhibited by Dobson Farms, Rocky View County, Alberta. This bull calf was born February 25th of 2025. So next one's bringing all those first and second place back. So out back, I know they're getting organized and everything for that. Here's our judge on this single entry.
Just one entry out here in this class, but I think a bull that's got some performance. He's got some length of body. Maybe just like to soften him up a bit, give him a little more depth of flank if we're gonna get critical on him. But I think he's a good, sound, useful kind of a bull.
Thank you very much. So if you want, you can probably just wait at the back of the ring, and we're going to bring back in. So out of Class 27, your full-blood bull is entry 2921, Dobson's 8-mile 183N, exhibited by Dobson Farms of Rocky View County. So Class 28, ladies and gentlemen, coming back in, we're going to have all of our top 2 from each of the previous splits coming back in to vie for champion and reserve champion, purebred or full-blood calendar year bull calf. So coming out of split number 1 is going to be entry 2915. Vandy changed the game. N548. Sired by BKMT Game On 227G ET, exhibited by Vandy Cattle, Benson, Saskatchewan. Entry 2916, maybe just text me and tell them. Entry 2916 is Vandy Accolade N541, sired by GCC All Access H490, exhibited by Vandy Cattle, Benson, Saskatchewan. Coming at a split number 2 is entry 2920, Misty Russ Sylvia 62N, sired by FJH Executive 31C, exhibited by Russ Sylvia Cattle Company, Derwent, Alberta. Additional owners, Rapid Creek Mains and Wilkin Ridge Stock Farms. Entry 2913, Perry's Mr. Wingman 811N, sired by Perry's K6 Wingman 2A, exhibited by Perry Maine-Anjou Farm, Harrowsmith, Ontario. Coming at a split number 3, entry 2917, Mr. Blue Sky Night Owl JOR 20N, sired by DJS Beast 012H, exhibited by Blue Sky Mains at Daysland, Alberta. Also at a split 3 is entry 2914, Maple Lane Notorious 539N, sired by Mr. Rasilvia 32L, exhibited by Maple Lane Stock Farm, Wetaskiwin, Alberta. And rounding out your championship drive out of class number 27, split 1, entry 2921, Dobson's 8-mile 183N, sired by G-Bar Pulled Super Dude 710G, exhibited by Dobson Farms, Rocky View County, Alberta. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for a great set of bulls here in the Champion Drive. Here's our judge.
I think we got a really nice group out here and definitely some options, but you know, I think these are good sound bulls. They got some functionality to them. They're bulls that got some ribs, some capacity. They're stout made bulls. They're bulls that are going to go on and do their job here down the road and be quite saleable come springtime. But I think there's some options, but with that, I'll go and show you the two that I like.
Who'd you get? What? So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, your grand champion. Bull calf is going to be entry 2920, Mr. Resylvia, 62N. Exhibited by Resylvia Cattle Company, Derwent, Alberta, with additional owners Rapid Creek Mains and Wilkin Ridge Stock Farms. And your 2025 reserve bull calf is going to be entry 2915. Vandy changed the game in 546. Exhibited by Vandy Cattle Company, Benson, Saskatchewan. Again, a round of applause not only for champions, but for everybody else exhibiting here tonight. What a great job and a great set of bull calves. So that page is done. So it just, yeah. So those of you following along as well, yeah, check. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you folks following along at home or here or on DLMS at home, Class 29 is a scratch. We had a single entry, but that bull is not here. So we're going to go straight over to Class number 31, okay? Class 31 is going to be your purebred or full-blood bulls born in 2023. We have a single entry. And that bull is going to be the lucky bull. Because not only is he good, exactly. This is entry 2923. This is NAGE Sturgis 171L, sired by Nage Sturgis 73H. Born February 20th of 2023, exhibited by Hanson Livestock at Canisto, Saskatchewan. Additional owners, Shuckburg Cattle and Brian Farms. This bull will also be, when he is selected, he will also become our champion senior bull and our grand champion. He won't be grand champion bull. He will come back in to compete for overall grand champion, a reserve champion bull. So we'll just keep him around. So who's coming back for... just these two? 2920. Where do I got him? Okay. 2920 and 2915. Both on the same page. That's good. So on deck, we should have entries 2915 and 2920. If they're ready and on deck to come back to compete in our championship bull drive. Here's our judge with a few words on this split of our senior bulls.
Well, a real solid bull out here in this class. He's certainly got a lot of top, a lot of hip to him. You get behind him, he's really wide based, big stifle in him. A bull that's got adequate amount of bone. He's got enough middle to him. If I was going to change him, I'd just like to free him up when we put him in motion. But I think a bull that you certainly got to admire the width, the base, and the power that he's got. So nice entry out here in this class.
Again, congratulations to entry 2923. He is your grand champion, senior bull, and he is NAGE Sturgis 171L. Again, sired by Sturgis 73H, exhibited by Hanson Livestock, Canisto, Saskatchewan, with additional owners Shuckburg Cattle and Bryan Farms. So the banners and stuff will be presented. We'll just keep him in the ring. And as soon as the banners are done, if we could bring in we would bring in back in entry 2915, Change the Game, N546, and entry 2920, Mr. Rasilvia 62N. Those three then will compete for our overall grand champion bull. Travis. Oh, it said don't worry about it? Okay. I'm not worried about it. Scratch that, Travis. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming back into our championship bull drive is entry 2920, Mr. Rasilvia 62N, exhibited by Rasilvia Cattle Company, Derwent, Alberta. Additional owners Rapid Creek Maines and Wilkin Ridge Stock Farms. Also coming in out of them is entry 2915, Vandy Change the Game, N548, exhibited by Vandy Cattle, Benson, Saskatchewan. And also in there as well is the Senior Bull, which is entry 2923, NAGE Sturgis 171L, exhibited by Hanson Livestock, Canisto, Saskatchewan, with additional owners Shuckburg Cattle and Bryan Farms.
Well, definitely a small champion drive here, but I think we got three good individuals out here, and I think these two calves up front, come spring, these bulls are going to be very saleable, and they certainly got a lot of quality, a lot of shape, and the future looks bright for them. And this big bull in the back, he's a big stout bull, a lot of good in this bull, and I think he'll go on and do a good job for the breeder of this individual. So with that, I'll go out and I'll show you the two that I prefer the most.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Grand Champion Bull is entry 2920, Mr. Rasilvia 62N. Sired by FJH Executive 31C, exhibited by Rasilvia Cattle Company, Derwent, Alberta, with additional owners Rapid Creek Maines and Wilkin Ridge Stock Farms. And your reserve grand champion is entry 2923, NAGE Sturgis 171L, sired by NAG Sturgis 73H, exhibited by Hanson Livestock, Canisto, Saskatchewan, with additional owners Shuckburg Cattle and Bryan Farms. Presenting the awards here tonight as well for the champion. Reserve champion is going to be Mackenzie Gordon with MNP. And as well, Paige Miller from John Deere. We'd certainly like to appreciate them being here to present the some prizes, some envelopes, some goodies. We certainly appreciate all of our sponsors and presenters, and we're glad that they were able to be here to do so. As our grand champion exits the back of the gate there, for those of you folks, if you'd like, you can put your hands together. He is a double grand champion, as he was also the grand champion bull calf as well. At side of the pair, yeah, of the dams. That's pretty cool. All right, congratulations, all of them winners and so on and so forth. It won't take us long to wrap it up now, as we're going to go right into Class 34, hopefully. Class 34 is going to be our Get a Sire. So those of you folks that are getting lined up there, we will need entries 2931. Byman Cattle Company. We also need 2932 Hanson Livestock, 2934 Red Fox Mains, 2935 Arch Holdings. If we could get ready and be ready to come on in here for Get a Sire class, we'd sure appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready where the cattle are coming in here for our Class 34. This is the Get a Sire class. We will have entry 2931 will be exhibited by Byman Cattle Company, Wadena, Saskatchewan. Entry 2932 exhibited by Hanson Livestock, Canisto, Saskatchewan. Entry 2934 exhibited by Red Fox Maines, Kendall, Saskatchewan. And entry 2935 exhibited by Arch Holdings, Spears, Saskatchewan. On this one? Oh, okay. Okay, I guess we only got two groups. So Byman's are out and Arch Holdings are out. Okay, we'll just reboot that a little bit. We only have two groups in this class, so they are entries 2932, Hanson Livestock from Canisto, Saskatchewan, and entry 2934, Red Fox Maines at Kendall, Saskatchewan. Ooh, they could turn that air conditioning fan off anytime now.
The door's open. Is it time?
Oh, sure, that's it. Yep. Nope. All right, here's our judge with, are you announcing or just us? All right, ladies and gentlemen, your winner of Get a Sire is going to be entry 2932, Hanson Livestock from Canisto, Saskatchewan. Congratulations, folks. Do they have banners? Okay, there's somebody. Oh, there's they come. Awesome. This awesome young lady has been doing a great job presenting these banners today. We really appreciate it. For those of you here, let's give this young lady a great round of applause. She's been busting her hump all afternoon and night. Okay, on deck we should have Class 35, the Progeny of Dam. We should have entry 2936 as a scratch. So we should have 2937, Red Fox Maines from Kendall, Saskatchewan, and entry 2938. I'm guessing that 2938 will be out. They weren't in this one. All right, here comes, this is Class 35. This is Progeny of Dam. Be entry 2937 from Red Fox Maines of Kendall, Saskatchewan, followed by 2938 from Arch Holdings, Spears, Saskatchewan. Just bear with us. We don't have many classes left. We'll have your evening wrapped up. But these are very important classes as well, because this really showcases what the farms are doing. All right, our progeny of dam winner is going to be entry 2938. Arch Holdings, Spears, Saskatchewan. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Mr. Wilson. All right, next up is going to be class 36. This will be our breeder's herd. And we should have entry 2939 will be a single entry. We'll just get this young lady to come out here and present this beautiful banner. And again, we certainly appreciate all of the sponsors for all of the banners and plaques and everything that have been happening tonight. And again, I certainly want to tip our hats and thank Show Champions Photography, Alan Browarney, and all of his staff. They do an absolutely tremendous job. And tell you what, if you haven't been on your feet and bending down on your knees for about 13 or 14 hours a day, go ahead and become a photographer. Absolutely. All right, so if this young lady would like to get ready, because we only have one entry in the breeder's herd in class 36. And that's going to be entry 2939. Ladies and gentlemen, as this class is coming in, for those of you folks that are left here, and for those of you folks that are watching at home on DLMS, put your hands together very much and very loudly. Certainly want to thank our judge this evening. Mr. Wilson has done a tremendous job being very expedient as possible through this, and we'd certainly like to thank Chad for coming out and judging this competition and sorting through all of these cattle tonight. So again, thank you very much, Mr. Wilson, for a job extremely well done. And thank all three of you for clapping for him. That's good. Ladies and gentlemen, this here is entry 2939. Your breeder's herd from Hanson Livestock at Canisto, Saskatchewan. Okay, now we'll get you to spin around and accept your banner. Look at that. A synchronized turning. Congratulations, folks. All right, on deck for those of you folks in the back. Should be class 37, will be your best pair of bulls, purebred, full blood of any age. Should be entries 2942 and 2941. Congratulations, folks. Class 37, ladies and gentlemen, that are on deck coming in right away, is going to be your best pair of bulls, purebred, full blood of any age. They will be followed immediately thereafter by class 38, which is your best pair of bulls of any age in the percentage classes. Immediately following that, we will have our Premier Breeder and Premier Exhibitor Awards, so please don't run away. So competing in class 37, best pair of bulls, purebred or full blood of any age, Our entries 2942. Vandy Changed the Game in 548 with Vandy Accolade in 541. Is Hanson a scratch? All right, so that's going to do that. So unfortunately, entry 2941 from Hanson Livestock are scratch, not a winners tonight. So our best pair of bulls for 2025 is going to go to entry 2942 from Vandy Cattle Company, Benson, Saskatchewan, with Vandy Changed the Game in 548 and Vandy Accolade in 541. Congratulations. That young lady's hard at it again. Getting there. Wow. All right, our next class is class 38. This will be a best pair of percentage bulls of any age. I believe, do we just have the one entry in this class? And I believe that is entry 2943. Am I right, folks? This exhibited by Roach Springs Show Cattle, is that correct? We're good? Awesome. So nope. Oh, I'm being told something different. They're coming at us from all directions with different kind of suggestions. Oh, okay. Sorry about that, folks. All right, your best pair of percentage bulls of any age. Your champion and your winner is going to be entry 2944 from Vandy Cattle Company from Benson, Saskatchewan, with Vandy Gotti in 540 and entry Vandy RICO in 619. Both obviously from Vandy Cattle Company, Benson, Saskatchewan, for your best pair of percentage bulls. All right, great job, young lady. You did a tremendous job. You deserve way more than a hug from Mom. That was awesome.
If you want to have a representative from Vandy Cattle come,
Okay, and who else?
Vandy.
Pardon? For both? For those of you folks at the back, if you can hear us, or who was the barn guy back there? Trevor? Sorry? Travis? Travis, if we could get somebody from a representative from Vandy Cattle Company, please. We would really appreciate that.
It was a 2-point race for exhibitor.
Well, just... Oh, there, well, perfect. Look at that. Nicole, come on up here. We got a couple more banners to cover up some wall space. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Premier Breeder and Premier Exhibitor, a double winner, is going to be Vandy Cattle Company. Congratulations very much. And just to let you know, for Premier Exhibitor, that award, there was only a 2-point spread, so congratulations in a very, very tight race. Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much to Mr. Chad Wilson for being an extremely good judge, explaining us all, and not only that, a great cattleman, and we're proud to be known, and all of that from all of us up here on behalf of DLMS and everybody from CWA, great job for sticking with us all night. To the ladies that were clerking and diligently looking after that, thank you very much, and have a great evening, and we'll see everybody here tomorrow for the sale.